Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of the Black Caesar and HollywoodBonner show. And this is the one and only HollywoodBonner.
And it is your boy, the infamous Black Caesar.
Welcome to our show. Caesar, I know you watched the crazy debate last night. And
Yes.
After me watching some of it and just looking at different other things, all I can say is, Lord help us.
I'm disappointed.
The Donald versus Sleepy Joe. I like that. The Donald versus Sleepy Joe. But what was your thoughts and why you was disappointed last night?
For those who don't really know me, I already have this thing about voting to begin with, right? If you want to vote, go ahead and vote. That's do your thing. But me personally, I don't necessarily agree with it for my spiritual reasons.
Right.
Now, but I do understand that we all do have a land that we have to live in. So, I'm going to vote, of course, do my part. But my overall thought of that whole thing, golly, boy, oh man, I don't know. I'm disappointed. I'm really, because these were two grown men. Like, I'm not even gonna call them grown. They're elderly. They're like, okay, to me, listening to them, I think those are two 7-year-olds arguing. That's what it looks. That's what it sounds like to me. And it's like the whole time me listening, it's like one of these two is gonna be our president. We in some trouble. We are in some trouble.
God bless America.
Ooh, yeah. God bless America for real. Cause we about to be doomed, man. We're about to be doomed for real. It's horrible.
I understand too, man. Just looking at some of the stuff that I was looking at, and I'm like, I ain't gonna lie, I'm not voting. I'm just gonna put it out there. Everybody can say what they want to say about me. I'm not voting. The reason why I'm not voting is because I feel like neither one is beneficial to me. Sleepy Joe, he want the black votes. The Donald, he just Donald. He just Trump. And
man, Sleepy Joe.
Sleepy Joe.
Sleepy Joe. Okay. All right. I ain't gonna disrupt you no more, but that's kind of funny.
But I understand. A lot of people would vote for Sleepy Joe, just because they want Donald Trump out of there.
Stop calling that man Sleepy Joe. I can't take you serious right now. Man.
I think, you know what? I seen that name off of the little betting thing, and they said what name would Donald Trump call him first, and I picked Sleepy Joe.
Are you serious?
And ever since then, I seen that I gotta call him Sleepy Joe.
Oh man. So you not voting?
I'm not voting. And I
understand.
Like I said, a lot of people might disagree with me. A lot of people might be like, "Oh, well, we all need to do our part." But at the same time, if I feel like neither candidate is really benefiting me, or neither candidate is really benefiting some of my beliefs, I'm just not gonna vote, and I'm not gonna really trip on. I'm not gonna really trip on who our president, our next president. Either is gonna be Donald Trump or Joe Biden. Sleepy Joe.
I agree.
Because
my take on it is like I said, I have a more spiritual approach, I would say, on why I don't believe in voting. Christians,
right?
All Christians. I don't care if you're Baptist. I don't care if you're Kojic, non-denomination. If Jesus is your Lord and Savior, as I will say, I don't think you should get into voting because to me, and this is just my opinion, right? It separates us more, right? That's a contradiction when it comes to like Christianity. Like politics itself divides the people, right? Mm-hmm. And we're all supposed to be brothers and sisters in Christ for those who are Christians, right?
Right.
But 10 times out of 10, if I was to meet a white guy, right, and I was to say I'm Democratic, he's gonna look at me crazy. If he say he's Republican, I'm gonna look at him crazy. Like, but we're both Christians. See that it kind of conflict with each other. So I feel like to ease all of this, let's just not get into it. Let's just don't deal with it. Right. But like I said, that's just my opinion. But my wife, she's voting. I said I would do my part, cast my little vote. I really don't care, to be honest with you. I'm gonna cast my little vote, and it is what it is. If Sleepy Joe win, he win. If the orange juice man, if he win, if he wins,
looking like that,
wins.
Lord forgive me. I ain't got that. But you vote. Your vote is my vote. So when you put that vote in there, you doing it for the both of us.
I will say this. One vote is one count, brother. So I can't help you on that. I can't help you on that one. I cannot help you.
I really feel like a lot of people going to vote for Sleepy Joe just because they don't want to see Donald Trump in
of course,
White House for the next 4 years.
Of course.
Do people really realize? Like I said, I really don't like to get into a lot of politics and everything, like, you know, all that different kind of stuff. But do people actually look at the different things that they supposed to offer us, especially for the African American group?
Yep.
Like, what are y'all doing for us? What are y'all doing for my kids? Or, you know, like you know, but I don't know. After what I seen from last night is, like you said, it was two kids going back and forth, and
this
it
is
was
what I heard. This is all I heard. Well, he did this. Well, he did this, and he don't do this. Trump, you don't have a plan, you clown. Like this stuff like that is stupid. You're not telling me nothing. You're not telling me nothing. Like, I have a lot of people on my Facebook friends list. Some pastors, not gonna call them out, nothing like that. You know, not gonna do that. But they're all endorsing Biden, right? Mm-hmm. And see, my problem with this is this. For anybody who really sat there and watched the debate, first thing first, nobody said anything about any policies. It's just a blame game. That really was all this was about. Nobody said anything about what they wanted to do and how they want to execute anything. Nobody, including Biden, right? Mm-hmm. What I did find significant about it is only one thing Biden said something about, and that was pretty much the Black Lives Matter movement thing. Mm-hmm. And he didn't necessarily say he stand up for Black Lives Matter, which to me, it don't matter. For some people, it do. I really don't care. But what he said was he stand for police officers being held accountable. He stand for, and what he wants to do is put in place whenever a police officer kills somebody or whatever, you know, what he want to do is have that person judged and sent to jail. Because they asked about the Breonna case. And he pretty much said how, you know, Breonna didn't get the justice that she deserved. Even though I got my own ideas about the Breonna case.
He's saying exactly what people want to hear.
But see, that's the thing. He's saying what people wants to hear. That's how you get the black vote. You know what I'm saying? That's how you do that. Because I'm pretty sure they know it's two ways to get the black vote. Go to their churches, and hit where their emotions are. That's it. That's it. Yeah. That's how you get it. And it's sad because even with Barack Obama, we did that out of emotion because he's black. This is the first black president we ever seen. We did it out of emotion. We never necessarily listened to his policies. We never did that.
Barack.
All we saw was black skin. That's all we saw was black skin.
See the black skin and Michelle on his hip. Like, woo wee. I'm voting. I voted then.
And see, and see that, you know, it's cool that we did that, you know, but like I said, we didn't necessarily listen to any policies. Like, just like now, everybody's gonna vote out of emotion, and that's Republican and Democratic. You're gonna vote out of emotion and not from logic. You're not gonna do that, and that's where we all fail as citizens.
If you ask me, like, hey, Hollywood, would you want to see Trump in for another 4 years? I might say no. I'm most likely I'm like, no, I don't want him to see. I don't want to see him being our president for another 4 years. But at the same time, Sleepy Joe, I'm like, is that like a step? Is that a step better? Like, or is it still like, you know? Because now people not realizing he made laws. You know, I'm not even gonna get into all that.
No, please do, because Trump said that, and I think a lot of black people. You know what? First off, let me get this straight. I am not a Trump supporter. I'm not a Trump supporter. I do not support Trump. But he said something that made so much sense. He said back in the 90s, you put in a law, and you made a law to where black people was getting mass incarcerated. I didn't know that until I had to go look that up. He's telling the truth. He's telling the truth. Where along the, and see, this is what I said. When black people see that white people is for them, we get emotional and we stand behind that person. That's the problem. That's the problem.
Sleepy Joe.
That's the problem. He did do that. Like I said, I'm not a Trump supporter, because on the flip end, Trump did say, "Proud Boys, stand back," and what did he say? Stand back and what? Stand back and go vote, something like that. Pretty much telling the good old boys, watch the polls and see what's gonna happen. If anything flip out, then you know what to do. That's what I hear. That's what I hear.
That's what I'm saying.
So I don't want people to think that you know, I'm voting, I'm for Trump, because I'm not, absolutely not. But to me, there could have been a better candidate than Joe Biden, in my opinion. There was a better candidate out there.
Kanye.
No, absolutely not. Not Kanye.
That man.
Nah, don't.
We all would have been wearing Gap and everything next year. That would have been the new order.
Man. We all would be walking around with holy shirts on. And what's them prison flip flops that he came out with? Everybody wearing them.
Man, I'm sorry. Like, you know, I'm not trying to get too much off traffic. Off topic. But why do people be like, oh, these shoes look nice, or them flip flops look nice, or whatever, because of their Yeezys and stuff? People going crazy for them, but them things are ugly, in my opinion.
Look, emotion do a lot to people. You know, to me, when you finally got some money, you have emotion towards certain things. Right. So people will really go out here looking at them prison flip flops, right, and say, "Them nice. I'm gonna pay $65 for those." Right.
$65. You mean
65? I think that was like $65 when I saw.
You sure? I think that was a couple $100.
Was it? Bro, there was some knockoffs I was looking at there. There was some knockoffs there.
You were looking at some corner store version. the beauty supply. You was at the you had the beauty supply looking at the shoes, because I don't think
I guess that's what it was. But nah, it's emotion, man. And you notice it's only the black people. It's only us. We're the ones doing this stupid stuff. I'm glad we talking about finances right now, because we need to talk about that. I'm glad we're talking about finances.
Right.
That's our problem. We pick the wrong candidates to lead us, right? Then we get emotional about the white people that's quote unquote for us.
Right.
That's emotion. And then we hooked on emotion when it comes to our spending habits as well.
Yeah. Because we the ones that buying all the top notch things, the Gucci, the Yeezys and everything. Like,
and they don't even like you. Except for Yeezy. I mean,
Yeezy black. What's that? Yeah,
we'll give him a little pass,
But everything else and stuff. But hey, that's another topic, another
topic for another day.
Yeah, another day.
It's okay.
But let me go ahead and mention this. Let's talk about this and stuff, because I got a text message the other day from my fellow some may say my fellow partner text me, was like, hey, Trump only spent like 720 or 50 in taxes and stuff. So I'm like, whoa, that's for real, shaking my head. Then he said, and I mean, basically the conversation was like, he kind of support that, support the how Trump will, been spending these taxes. So let's talk about that. And a person that texted me the other day is a person you listen to now. It's the infamous Black Caesar.
Yes, I support that. I support it. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. I support it. Okay.
So you tell me this man making millions of dollars and only spending $720 in taxes, bro. You know how much money they taking out of my taxes?
Yes, I know. Okay, let me explain. Okay, so there's two ways which under Trump, once again, I do not support Trump, right? I'm not a fan of his, but we have to agree his legal team, when it comes to his taxes, they on point. We got to be real about this. So there's two things first thing that I need to know first. One, are they counting his business taxes, or two, are they counting his personal taxes? That's what I need to know, because when we talking about businesses, right? When you have a corporation, right? Corporations, as much money as they make, they only pay about 1 or 2% on taxes. But when you, who work for this corporation, when you get your check every 2 weeks, you get 9 to 10% just about taking out your check.
Yep.
Yeah, you want to know why that is? Here's why. Corporations have roughly 400 to like 450 tax deductions or tax breaks for them. So they pay less taxes, and what they say is it helped boost the economy, because now they can take that extra money, put into their businesses, boost the economy, right?
Right.
Now you, on the other hand, or you and I, who are employees, we only have 4 to 5. So we get more taken out, which, like I said, if he's doing it under his business, that's fine. But if you're paying yourself through your corporation, which you have to do that, I believe, you have to take a salary out your business. So if I have a business and let's just say I make $1 million in a year, right? The way it's supposed to work is I may pay 1 or 2% under my business or under my corporation. I take my salary. Let's say I give myself $100,000 for salary, right? Once I take that salary, now that becomes taxed, right? That's how it's supposed to be. I get taxed on my $100,000, right? Because that's my salary. That's my salary for the year.
Right.
But if I'm crediting everything up under my business, which means I'm not necessarily paying myself, but I am through my business, like literally through my business, then yeah, I can escape taxes. Yes. So I agree with it.
All I heard was want. I'm not a manipulate the system.
No, that's not manipulation. See, that's the thing. Look, listen here. Uncle Sam only bully who he can bully.
Right.
When you know how to beat Uncle Sam, then he can't do nothing to you. He can't take nothing from you. And unfortunately, these top paid businesses like Walmart, like Frito-Lay, like Kroger, like those businesses, they pay little to nothing. And then on top of that, to pay you, they also get a tax deduction. To pay you, they get more.
So,
I agree.
So in so many words is, it's good to be the boss.
Yes. Absolutely.
I mean, hey.
Absolutely.
Hey, I mean, like I said, like I understand the whole process behind on all these tax breaks. I do understand that. Do I feel like it's right? No. But I do understand. Because if you know somebody, or if you know how to manipulate the system where you not
it's
paying
not
somebody,
manipulating the system. It's not finding loopholes. It's not none of that.
That's finding a loophole.
We cannot say, cause no, listen. It's not. Now I'm gonna tell you why it's not. Because you as an employee is getting taxed on a different bracket than someone who owns a corporation. Those are two different tax brackets. Those are two different tax levies. They're different. I cannot tax you the same way. Like, okay, if I own the corporation, right? I cannot get taxed like I am an employee. Because I own the corporation. Now, if I label myself as the employee of this corporation, and I take my salary, now I can get taxed like a regular employee. But this is where the loophole comes in. Like I said, we got to figure out with this when it comes to Trump. This is the loophole. For those who know nothing about corporations, LLCs, S corps, and all of that, right? Here's a loophole. Let's just say you own a corporation, right? Did you know you can get a car under that corporation and pay nothing in taxes on that? You can get you a house. You want to know why? Because you don't own it. Your corporation does. You can get you a house. You can get you a phone plan. You can book you trips. Everything is up under that. And guess what? You get tax deductions on everything. So now I don't have to pay myself. You want to know why? My business is already here. Why go spend $300,000 on a house? If y'all, no, for real. Why sit there and go pay $300,000 for a house when my business can purchase it and I pay nothing technically for it?
Yeah.
If I have an LLC, which is a limited liability company or something like that, right? If I have an LLC and I purchase a house, right? If my house goes into default or if my company don't pays the mortgage on that house, then that mortgage has nothing to do with me. I don't suffer from the loss of that house. My business does. It don't attack my credit. Those are two different credits. Two different. See, what we got to realize, once again, what we got to realize is, like I said, the same way we have Social Securities, right?
Right.
The government knows.
Talk to them. Because I don't know nothing. Talk to me.
The government knows who's an employee and who is the employer based off your Social Security. Not your personal Social Security, but for us, yes, a personal Social Security. But for those who have businesses, their business have Social Security, right? And those are also accounted for your taxes as well. That's why you see a lot of people who create these brick and mortar businesses. They create these businesses. They forget that they owe taxes, and then boom, within a year or two, their business is gone. Right. Because they're not thinking about their taxes. Versus us, right? Let us miss paying our taxes. what happened? We end up like Wesley Snipes, right? and by the way, Wesley Snipes did it wrong, right? Did you know that? Well, first off, there is a line in one of Jay-Z's songs, right? He said, "I am not a businessman. I am a businessman." Do you get what he's saying? I am the business. My name is the business. I'm not a businessman. I'm not one who conducts business, but my name itself is the business. So if I, Paris Hamilton or Black Caesar to y'all, if I am the business, I can technically, well, not necessarily technically, but I can put on my taxes, right? I can incorporate my name and say my wife and my 3 young children work for me, right? Now, here's where all of the taxes, the tax, not deductions, what is it called? The tax breaks. This where it come in. If I gotta buy my son some diapers, right? Whatever I paid for when it comes down to them diapers, I can say, hey, the corporation of Paris Hamilton bought some diapers. I get a tax for that. I get that back. You don't get the whole amount, but you get that back. If I buy a broom to sweep my house, I get that back. You see what I'm saying? Trump, let's be real, Trump didn't do anything wrong. He did it the right way. He did
it the way how to work the system. So let me ask you this.
No, you still messing it up.
Let me ask you this. I'm just talking about. I'm talking. What's the name? I'm talking like somebody that don't know anything. Okay, let me say this. You got person A. Person A make $100K a year, and they work for somebody. Person B made $100K in real estate. Who makes more money?
Who makes more money? The person in real estate.
Why?
You want to know why?
Yeah.
Why
they make more money?
Why? I'm gonna tell you why. Because 10 times out of 10, the person in real estate, well, 9 times out of 10, the person in real estate knows that they have the ability to purchase a house, right? And wait a couple years to pay taxes on that house until they make a sale, right? But once they make that sale, they can also keep it and say, hey, but I wanted to take this profit and make more. They only pay 1% of that $100,000, which is what, $100? $1,000? 1% of $100,000 is what?
1% of $100 or
$100,000.
Oh, that's $1,000, right?
$1,000, right? So
yeah, because 10%, yeah.
So let me back up. If that person who owns a real estate, or if he owns real estate, right? If that is a corporation or a LLC, more than likely to begin with, he's only paying 1 or 2% of that 100,000. That's first thing first. You, as an employee who makes 100,000, right? You're probably taking home really 75,000, roughly. But that's because you only get 4 tax breaks, literally 4. That's it. Versus the person who owns the real estate company, they get 400, 450, somewhere around there. So that person will make more and pay less.
To kind of make it simple for certain, just make it simple. The person that do real estate get more tax breaks than the person that works.
Is an employee. Yep.
Okay. Simple term.
Yep.
So, Black Caesar is over here educating y'all on how to manipulate the system. Like I'm gonna go on and say.
No, it's not manipulate the system. Stop saying that. I am just teaching the very importance of. Matter of fact, this is just a continuation of the last episode, right? I kept saying, hey, if you want to own a business, if you have the desire to do it, and one of the benefits is the fact that you escape taxes. Mm-hmm. You don't necessarily. Well, let me rephrase that. You avoid taxes. You don't escape them, but you avoid them.
Right. So
legally.
So could this be like another thing on when they be like the rich stay rich and the poor stay poor?
Yes, that's why.
That kind of has
like
something
last
to
night
do
in
with
the
it.
debate. Oh yes, it got a lot to do with it. See, and I will say this: if I was, let's just say, if I was a business owner, my business is at least bringing in more than $1 million in a year, I will vote Republican, right? And the reason being is because when you think about it, a lot of their things is really self-motivated from their businesses, right? Mm-hmm. Versus Democrats, the very first thing they say, they bring up the slogan, the rich get rich and the poor get poor. Why? Is because the middle class pays more taxes than those who are of the higher class, right? Mm-hmm. But the problem is this, especially when it comes to us black folk, we don't own nothing, right? We don't own anything.
Right.
If we do have a business, for one, it's not corporated. It's not. You just have the name of a building, but you don't necessarily own the establishment, if that makes sense. So we don't know anything about these tax breaks. We don't.
Right.
Because we don't own nothing. We don't know what we're entitled to, right? Versus those who do, you pay less. You pay less in taxes.
Why do you think that we don't have the knowledge on learning how to do all these different tax breaks or how to do all these different things to kind of benefit us as owners or whatever?
Our emotions. I just said earlier. Yeah, emotions. Mm-hmm. This is why I said, right? For one, as bad as this sound, this is the truth. We as black people have the crabs in the bucket mentality. You hate for people to see you do good, right? Mm-hmm. So instead of helping them do good, you pull them down, right? But on the flip side, if you are doing good, you don't want to tell your next person how to do good because you don't want to see them doing better than you. That's why we can't get into stuff like this. That's why. It's emotion. It's all
Maybe you
emotion.
Maybe you on something. So you saying that I'm not gonna help you, Ceezar, because I don't want you to do better than me.
Black people don't even want to tell you the prices of their food. They tell you to inbox them. You inquire about a fish plate and say, "Hey, I see you selling fish. How much is your plate? It look good. Hey, inbox me." Dang, at least just tell me before I got to inbox. If I'm an inbox you, I would have been done.
Maybe your price is different than the price they told somebody else price. You never know.
And you know what? That could be it. But see, that's the problem, right? How many times have you went into Walmart or you went into Target and they say, "Well, we compare prices." We want your business. I'm gonna compare prices. So if I tell you, "Hey, my fish plate is $10, right? But it come with 4 pieces of tilapia and 6 sides, right? But the person down the street is doing the same plate for $7, then I say, "Hey, forget it. You already here. I'll give you for $6." I may be getting cheated, but in the long run, people understand that, well, this person compares prices. You're more you are more competitive than they are. I give you my money. I'm right here. Your food look good. Why settle? When you compare prices. But black people don't. We don't.
It's easier to maintain a loyal customer than gaining a new customer.
And yeah, you actually right about that. I'm not even gonna play with you. See, the thing is, The thing is, if you, as a business, if your stuff or if whatever product you have, if it's good quality, regardless of how much it costs, people will buy it.
Right,
That's
right,
the truth.
right.
It's the truth. But like I said, black people, us, me, you, our parents, our family, you know, we just have that crabs in the bucket mentality, you know.
Right.
We don't want to help each other.
I'm gonna say this, and we probably go ahead and talk about it more on the next episode. But they say this: poor people buy expenses, middle class buy liabilities, rich and wealthy people buy assets.
Perfect.
So
perfect.
But you know, we can kind of deep dive more into that probably on the next episode. But you know. And if you never heard that, or if you just don't know, if you feel like that's not true, just go ahead and do the research. Because
matter of fact, let's make it more personal. Black people. And I say this because I am black, right?
Right.
Oh, we buy so much liabilities, it don't make no sense. Our liability column so bad, we put McDonald's on our list. That's how bad our liabilities are.
That comment go back to your comment. I mean, on the first episode, and when we was talking about middle class poor.
Yes, it does.
You know,
yeah,
you middle
we get
class,
a little bit.
You make a lot. I mean, nice money, but your liabilities outweigh your assets. So you not saving money. You just in a nicer house, in a nicer car, in a nicer outfit,
and you're living paycheck to paycheck. But you look down on the people who only make $30,000 when you doing the same thing that they're doing, just on a bigger level. Black people.
Maybe it's time to end the show on that one.
We can end the show. It's
time to end the show on that one.
I won't say no more. We can end the show on that.
So
cut the camera. Cut the camera.
Right, what's the name? I'm gonna drop this right here. I'm gonna drop that right there. This man said you looking down on somebody to make 30,000, but you still living paycheck. Oh, okay. What's your final thoughts on this episode?
We said a mouthful today. My final thoughts literally is simple, right? I'm not telling everybody to be business owners. I'm not, because everybody don't have that business owner attitude. Everybody don't have that business owner sacrifice. But for those who are willing to sacrifice, please do it, especially for the betterment of the black community. We need to do it because obviously, why keep paying $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 in the span of your life over taxes when you can be like Trump? Pay $1,000 here, $1,000 there. You know, may not pay a year at all. You may not. You know, if you know,
you can pay. You get up to 3 years to pay them taxes, but hey, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and leave that alone.
If you're gonna do it the right way, right? Let's start owning businesses and take advantage of these tax breaks. And matter of fact, you do not have to have a business. Technically, make your name your business. Your name. I don't care if you just walking down the street, right? If my business is walking down the street and I have my name incorporated, if I go buy me a slushie at 7-Eleven, guess what? I'm going to get a tax break on that. We have to start having that mentality. Right? That's how we save money. That's how we do it. You don't have to sit there and wait till you got $1 million to get a business. No, you can start it right now. Start it with your name. So that's how, if you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it that way. Right? Start owning your name. That's the first thing you can own. Make that your business and start understanding the tax breaks that you can truly get, because we are getting cheated. That's why the rich are getting rich and the poor is getting poorer, because the poor don't know nothing, but the rich do.
Right. Okay. Well, yeah, I feel you. My final thoughts is kind of go with what you were saying is, in so many words, knowledge is power. All you got to do is do some research. Research everything is online now. Research how to start a LLC. How to, it only costs you literally a couple $100 to start a LLC. If you did not know that.
No.
Well, actually,
it's free. It's free to start your LLC. It's free to start that. You will get, the moment you put your application in to do your LLC, they will give you your business social security number. They will give it to you right off the top. What's gonna pay is to actually make it a business entity within your state, and that's only like $250. You mean to tell me y'all scamming? Y'all scamming, making $60,000 in 2 days off unemployment checks, and you ain't got $250 to make you a business, bro? Y'all, nah, bro.
But see,
I cut you. I'm sorry. I cut you.
When it comes back to that little, one thing that I don't understand about people that scam, you out there scamming, and the first thing that you go do is buying these top-notch cars. You buying all this stuff that's gonna depreciate, and you not like you losing money. Why won't you invest it? I mean,
first off, how do you lose somebody else's money? If I'm gonna take somebody's money, I'm gonna make it worth my while. You understand me?
Right.
If you gon' scam, be like Robin Hood. Take from these people, but you better build your. You don't have to build your community. Build your family up. Do that.
And like I said, I ain't saying scamming is right, because everything that's illegal. So if you don't scam.
Yeah.
If you ain't scamming, don't be scamming. But
and
the people that I see,
don't say Black Caesar gave you no
stuff,
advice. I give you no advice. I didn't do that. I'm just saying.
Your door. Black Caesar, you are conspiracy. Nah,
I ain't got nothing to do with this.
But what I was about to say, knowledge is power. All you gotta do just do a research. If you could be on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, whatever you on all day, every day, just take 30 minutes out of your day and start doing research on, and just try to learn something new, especially if you want to be a business owner. If you want to go ahead and start, if you just don't know where to start, you don't know the type of paperwork, you don't know how can I get my feet in there, how can I get a LLC, how can I potentially try to have a corporation, different things. All it takes is some research. Internet, just go on Google. But Caesar, you said a lot today. You said a lot.
I did.
You said
a lot. I hope y'all agree. I hope y'all agree. Matter of fact, you know what? Don't take my word for it, okay? Because a lot of people think that you can't trust everything he say. Just go do your research. That's all I can say. Go do your research. Go look up on Google. I tell you what to look up. Go search up on Google. How much tax breaks do corporations get? You find your answer. I mean, you can't blame me. This is Google. You can't blame me.
It's so much stuff that you could get tax breaks on with company and real estate, and I mean it's ridiculous.
Somebody say it like this: don't waste your money on a trip. Do a business trip, because you get that money back. Ask Trump. He know. He know this.
If you don't forget to like the video and leave a comment. If you felt like this information was good information, leave a comment, leave a like, share it, tell a friend, and just go ahead and support the channel. If you didn't like and you just felt like what Caesar was saying was that he basically manipulating the system on personal gain, but hey, leave a comment, and so we'll take them all. But I just want to thank y'all for going ahead and watch. Just want to thank y'all if y'all been this far. If y'all watched the whole video, I just want to say I thank you for supporting us. And if you are listening on Anchor, Spotify, any other podcast platforms, just go ahead and just continue to support. If you want to see the video portion of this, it's going to come on YouTube, and go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And if you new to the channel, just go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube, hit that bell notification, and just tell somebody else, because some of this information could be beneficial to somebody else.
Yep.
So just want to say I lost my train of thought. I just lost my train of thought. But thank y'all for watching Black Caesar and HollywoodBonner. It was too much stuff for the house thing. But thank y'all for watching the Black Caesar and HollywoodBonner show. And this is the one and only HollywoodBonner.
And it is the infamous Black Caesar.
And I'm going to catch y'all on the next one.
Peace.
And if you support Sleepy Joe, I ain't mad at you. And if you support Donald, I ain't mad at you either. Hey, it's the we all get our own.
Donald Duck.
But we'll catch y'all though.
Peace.